Hi, welcome to another video. This is Mr. Chow from EnglishTuition.org. Now the PSLE English Oral is just around the corner again. So I've decided to do another video to help those students who are taking the oral exams to have another practice. This is the first AI assisted practice video that I've created, so hopefully you find it useful. So let's get started. Alright, let's start off this video with going through some sample oral topics for the PSLE English examination. So the first sample oral topic is about the school and the community. So a lot of times some of the questions will revolve around asking the students about their school life, about their experiences. It could be also about their teachers, their classmates, about their extracurricular activities, about community involvement, environmental issues, traffic safety, National Day celebrations, etc. So I don't think there's any reason for students not to be able to answer these questions, because all students need to do is to share your personal experiences in school, right? For example, every student will have your own CCA, right? The extracurricular activities. So you cannot come up with the answer purely based on memory, right? So you have to dig into your own personal experiences in order to give a response to the question, right? Or if they ask you about environmental issues, these are school related, right? For example, what's happening in school that helps to build awareness for these environmental issues, right? Do you do your teachers teach you about the 3 R's? You just talk about that, right? Do you have recycling bins at school, right? And then you can talk about that. Okay, so try to elaborate more about what you experienced in school, and then you will not face much difficulty. Now let's move on to the next topic. Students could be asked about current issues and global awareness, right? Technology and its impact, right? Things like asking you about the internet, about social media, about use of smartphones, right? Health and fitness. How often do you exercise, or do you even exercise at all? Do you exercise with your family? What are some of the benefits of exercise, right? They could also ask you about your career aspirations, right? What do you want to do when you grow up? Right? So these kind of questions are quite popular for PSLE. Disaster preparedness, right? For example, if you experience some fire drills in class, you can talk about that. Okay, and sustainable living is related to the environmental issues. Okay. The next topic is about creative thinking and imagination. You could get questions asking you about books that you have read, right? About imaginary worlds, right? About the latest stories that you have read. It could also ask you questions related to problem solving. About the latest innovation and creativity, right? And then about what do you think, of future technology, right? For example, electric cars. Nowadays you have AI, right? This video is AI assisted. So these questions will require the students to come up with answers that cannot be found, right, in the books. So you will have to make up some of your own answers. The important thing to note is that if you get these kind of questions, try to come up with your own content, but at the same time, remember, right, the objective is always to showcase your language. This is a language examination. Okay, so even you have nothing to say, try to say something. Okay, make sure that you are able to convey to the examiner that you're a fluent user of the English language, right? That's the purpose of the oral examination. Okay, and finally, you might be asked about personal experiences and values, and I feel these are the most important questions. They are most likely to come out during the PSLE English exam. They could ask you about your family and friends, right? Have you attended a birthday party? About best friends. How much time do you spend with your family, and do you think it's important? Questions like that. They could ask you about your hobbies and interests. And when I practice with some of my students, so I actually discovered that some of them don't actually have a hobby, right? And I strongly encourage students to go out there, and try to pick up some hobbies. The intention is to have a recreational outlet to have fun, okay, but also to discover your own personal interests. All right. So when it comes to the oral examination and you're asked about hobbies, if you really have nothing to say, then at least you say something like quite generic, like I like reading as a hobby, right? Everybody reads, right, in school and at home, okay, or watching movies, right? Please come up with something to say. Don't just say I have no hobbies and then you're not going to do well for the exam. You could be asked about overcoming challenges, right? So you can talk about certain values, like in order to overcome challenges, you need to be persistent, you need to be resilient, you learn how not to give up easily. And sometimes these kind of questions could be mixed with topics like sports, right? Because sports, there's competition, and when there's competition, there are bound to be challenges, right? And how do you overcome them? All right, then you can talk about that. Personal goals and aspirations are also related to challenges. There are going to be challenges that will act as roadblocks, right, to prevent you from achieving your own personal goals and aspirations. So what do you intend to do to overcome those challenges, right? You can talk about that. You can talk about overall, ask you about overall about gratitude and kindness. So it could be about considerate behavior on the MRT station, right? And you can give examples like that. You can talk about, you can get asked about respect for others, okay? So then you can give a lot of examples, right? What are some situations when, students, okay, can show respect for others, right? It can be in the school environment, right? It can be while you're taking public transport. It can be during a family visits, right? There are always opportunities to show respect for others. So just give your own personal experiences, okay, and talk about your own stories, right? Cultural heritage. So you could get questions about asking about how you feel, or what is your favorite traditional festival, for example, right? And you can say, oh, Chinese New Year, Mooncake Festival, and so on and so forth, right? So based on your cultural heritage, just share your own experiences. Do you enjoy Chinese New Year? Do you enjoy Hari Raya? What do you like or dislike about it? And what do you usually do during those festivals, right? So a lot of personal experiences to share. So once again, in my opinion, these are the most important questions, right, to focus on for the PSLE oral examination. And just a reminder that these are just sample topics, right? I do not know what question will come out, right? And the actual exam may cover a much broader range of subjects. So it's very important that students practice so that they know how to think on their feet and be able to answer a wide range of questions, and don't just think that I can memorize answers and go there and try to ace the PSLE oral examination, right? If you're taken by surprise by some unexpected questions, right, then you are very likely to do poorly for the examination, okay? All right, so with that said, let's do a couple of practice questions, right? Let's say you have the topic of technology and you're asked a question. Now, technology has brought many changes to our lives. In what ways has technology improved our lives? Or you could change the pronoun to our life to in what ways has technology improved your life, right? And then it becomes a personal experience question, right? So here is a sample response, right? Technology has undeniably transformed our lives in countless ways. One of the most significant improvements is in communication. With smartphones and the internet, we can connect with people across the globe instantly. This has brought us closer to loved ones, especially those living far away. Additionally, technology has revolutionized education. Online learning platforms and educational apps offer flexible learning opportunities. Students can access a wealth of information and resources at their fingertips. And lastly, technology has made our lives more convenient. Online shopping, digital payments, and smart homes have saved us time and effort. It's amazing how technology has simplified our daily tasks. Now, for a PSLE oral examination, this kind of response, in this length, right, for this sample response is ideal, right? You don't have to tell, a very lengthy story. Just make sure you're able to convey your points fluently and clearly, right? And you're done, right? But if they change the pronoun from our to your experience, then of course you will give a completely different response, right? Just listen carefully to the question first. Now I bold out some, I put some words in bold, okay, in this sample response: undeniably, significant, convenient. So try to use good vocabulary words when you are giving your oral response. You also see that certain connectors like adverbs here, right? Additionally, okay, technology has revolutionized education. So the way you present your points, this will add to the coherence, right? Instead of just skipping around, without giving any signals to the examiner. So you see the final paragraph, we have lastly, finally, right? So this is a very strong signal to the examiner that you are coming to the end of your delivery, okay? And then you're ready to move on to the next question, okay? So, okay, let's look at another practice question now, one more, okay? Topic, environment. Question: many people are concerned about climate change. What can we do to protect our environment? And well, climate change, global warming, these are very popular questions, not just in primary school, but also secondary school and even JC, okay, for general paper. So I think for primary school, it's good that you are able to come up with some simple responses just in case you encounter environmental questions. So here your sample response. Climate change is a serious issue that affects us all. To protect our environment, we can start by reducing our carbon footprint. This includes using public transport, conserving energy at home, and reducing waste. Additionally, planting trees and participating in cleanup activities can help improve air quality. It's also important to raise awareness about climate change. We can educate others about the importance of recycling, conserving water, and protecting wildlife. By working together, we can make a significant impact on our planet. So there are some common phrases that we tend to use, right? Like reducing waste, carbon footprint. Again, there's additionally here. I would love to add, finally is also important, right? You make it better, right? And then there's a significant impact. So with enough practice, you will realize that some of these expressions, words, or phrases are commonly used, right? And you will be able to recall these phrases if you use them enough, okay? So it's important for students to get the practice in. Okay, with that said, here are some final tips before we end the video, okay, for those taking the PSLE English Oral Examination. Confidence is key, okay? Believe in yourself. Confident demeanor can make a positive impression, okay? Practice regularly, okay? I've said this multiple times. Positive visualization, okay? Imagine yourself acing the exam, right? So that's some, positive mental reinforcement, right? Just put you in a very positive state before you go sit for the exam. Communication skills, right? Your access, right? It's an oral exam based on your communication skills. Always speak clearly and at a moderate pace. Do not speak too fast so that the examiner can understand you easily. Okay, use a variety of vocab, all right? Show off your word power, right? Okay, I already mentioned that just now. Express your ideas clearly and concisely. Get to the point without rambling, right? Okay, because the PSLE exam is very short. It's about 5 minutes per student, right? So you can imagine if you start off, this with talking about the setting, talking about the atmosphere, tell a grandfather story, you're going to waste a lot of time. Okay, so just get to the point as quickly as you can and try to maintain eye contact. This shows confidence and engagement. And I know some students are bashful and you're a little bit shy and you don't like making eye contact. So at least make some attempt, right, to look in the direction of the examiner to show that you are actually engaging in a conversation, right, rather than just talking to yourself. Okay. Okay. So let's move on. Exam day tips, right? So on the exam day, please listen carefully to the question. Understand the question before answering. Now, I think it is okay to ask the examiner to repeat once, right? But I think most examiners will just likely to just repeat the questions twice, right? So try your best to listen carefully to the question, right? make sure that you're answering the question and not just go on the ramble and talk about your own, your own stuff, whatever happened in your head, right? Okay, and then you're not answering the question. Now it is all right, it's okay to pause before responding, right? So take a moment to think about what you want to say, right? There's no need to rush. Smile. A friendly demeanor can help create a positive atmosphere. Smile, right? Practice your smile. Okay, and then finally, just go there and relax and enjoy, right? Focus on communicating your thoughts, whatever is happening in your head, effectively. Okay, do not give yourself too much pressure, right? Giving yourself too much pressure means that sometimes you're just too nervous, and usually you can perform during practice, but during the exam day, you actually underperform. Okay, so just relax, just go there and enjoy yourself, right? It's going to be over very, very quickly, before you in the blink of an eye, right? The exam will be over. Okay, so with that said, we come to the end of the video, right? For those who are really serious about brushing up their English skills, you can sign up for face-to-face lessons, live lessons, face-to-face lessons, right? You know where to find me, all right? My website, englishttution.org. All the details are there, all right? Thanks again for watching this video, and I hope to see you soon in the next video. Oh, and do remember to leave a like and a subscribe before you go so that I can make more useful videos for you just like this one. Deal? Okay, bye bye.